Welcome to Dream Big with Zhanna, inspiring you to reignite, refire, and refuel your life. We are in 2018, ladies and gentlemen, and it's the year of the golden or yellow doggy that you can see on the background over there. It also says right next to that, be brave. And it's perfect for today because my guests today are the two amazing magic makers. They are the founders of the School of Magic. This is Astrid Mueller. Astrid, can you wave? Yay! Astrid Mueller and Kavita Signh. This is Kavita.
Hey.
Hi. If you remember, I had them on the previous interview on the show, and they were talking about the School of Magic. So it was more informational. We got into the stories. Today we're doing something. I'm not gonna be afraid of that word, crazy. Big. So it's crazy, but it's crazy good. It's crazy good. So I actually decided to be the guinea pig, and I'm going to be the one who will experience the direct coaching, and it's surprise coaching from the School of Magic. So, but I want you guys to know that when you experience and when you see what these two amazing coaches are doing on me, it's not going to have an effect on me only. If something resonates, please see and experience that yourself, because as they say, the magic is contagious and it's going to have an effect on everybody involved, whether you are watching, listening, or being in this field. So you are already affected if you're with us. So, with that said, let me introduce these two amazing ladies very quickly for those who don't know what your background is, real quick. So, Kavita, I'll start with Kavita today. So, Kavita Signh is a brilliant, soulful intuition mindset coach and guide for women who are going through a rough transition with their business or life. And she helps them gently get powerfully up level with help of their inner guidance and spirit into new spaces of possibilities. That's Kavita. And then Astrid Mueller works with female soulpreneurs who struggle with getting their dream business off the ground or crave to make a bigger impact with their brand. And together, Astrid and Kavita love to play and create big magic. Together, they co create quantum flow coaching with hell yes clients who are ready to make a big impact in the world while having fun. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Zhanna. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you. And hi, everyone.
Yeah. Hi. So I am all yours.
You're
So you
ready.
tell me
Awesome.
what to do.
Yes. So thank you for the warm introduction. And kudos to you, too. You're amazing, too. So we didn't introduce you, but yay.
That's okay. That's fine.
So I wanted to start off with a question. Just the first thing I usually ask is like your big vision and dream, and then we look at like what you feel maybe your intention to walk away from this mini coaching session. So do you want to share like in a sentence your big awesome vision for this year?
Yes. So the big vision for this year for me is to stay in the present moment as much as possible and to stay in alignment with God, which is, for those who are new to this, to me, the alignment with God is really the alignment with the divine powers and divine spirit. So that's when you perform the best. And perform and just being the best. And so that's what I want, so that I'm completely fear free. Fear is not in the equation, and you are brave, like that saying says. That was a present from my daughter for New Year's. So just brave to that, completely being in the moment and creating listening to my intuition more and
Mm-hmm.
create a lot of magic.
I
So
love
that's
it.
the
Awesome. So, Kavita, you had to like look away real quick. So she said like the big vision for this year is staying in present and aligning with God and like being like fear-free and really like stepping into your intuition more. So I love that big intention. Like, that being said, if you could wave a magic wand, what would be your wish of something that you would love to shift today? Any one or two topics, whatever shows up for you.
So I'll give you two. So one is
Hmm.
being in the present moment, and with that, what I really mean by that is it's accepting the abundance as my reality, and abundance as the real truth. So as opposed to, oh my God, like a lot of people jump, and I'm not an exception. Sometimes we jump into these conclusions without even experiencing any of that. So without jumping into the future, that's one. And the second one, last year I did a lot. I still, I keep moving, but I did realize that there was a lot of self-judgment.
Hmm.
And so I want to let go of that and completely dissolve, so that when you're not judging yourself, you are free to play like a childlike. This is what my goal and intention. I want to
Hmm.
have this childlike attitude where you just are driven completely and solely by your curiosity, without thinking what might happen
Hmm.
if
I
you
love it.
fall.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing those two. So what I heard, I'm just going to quickly reflect that, is like the first one, I heard you opening up to accept abundance, and like I heard kind of a centered sort of state as opposed to feeling frazzled and hustle. It's like being present so you can like just receive. Did I get that right? The first one?
Yes, yes, yes,
There's
yes.
Kavita's daughter. Kavita's
Hi.
all about authenticity, working from home with her kids, coaching. It always works out perfectly. The second one that I heard was letting go of self judgment, so that you can like literally feel free and just like hear your intuition more and step into this like brave freedom space of just creating from whatever feels aligned with you. Very cool. So I want to hear from you, Kavita, because you are so intuitive, like about hearing the collective consciousness and whatnot. I know like self-judgment has been a topic for our clients, but what do you feel is like the more powerful one right now to help Zhanna with, and possibly all the ladies watching?
So I absolutely love, first of all, this is my little girl, and she tends to mirror my calls. And so she is doing this in this exact moment where many of you women, if you have kids and you want to do coaching, you might think, oh, this is not professional, and you might, have that kind of judgment. Where I find it's just better to have her come and go in the calls and be her free self and add that energy of play and childlikeness to it. And so she absolutely lights up everybody in that space. And so I feel that this is a good reflection as well for ourselves. Like self-judgment would be the topic for today, and to
Sure.
see how we go with the flow. So this is, for instance, you can't plan this stuff, and you can't keep them away, but there is no judgment on myself to feel bad as she shows up and she does this call with us. And it also gives a lot of women permission to be the mom and the business entrepreneur that they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that
What?
resonate with you, Zhanna, to play with that topic, the self-judgment part?
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted
Okay.
to ask, what is the name of this beautiful lady? What's
Her name is Shreya.
Shreya? Hi, Shreya. Hi. That's fine. Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. Well, let's play with this part then. This is really powerful. And what Kavita said, I wanted to quickly say real quick. This is actually an intuitive part that can help everybody watching to play with this concept that universe signs can be anywhere. So whenever coaching happens with me and Kavita, her daughters literally reflect the topics. So for this instance, it's like that she showed up just as we were talking about self-judgment. So it literally reflected like, yeah, that's the topic, do that. So the universe does give us signs. So that's like a first gem that showed up. Yes, and she also said, I want. So it's like, yeah. Awesome. So Kavita, do you have something come up already? Otherwise, I'll start the play. Go ahead.
Sure. One of the things that I feel is really powerful with self-judgment, and this is something that you can use as a practical tool. So it takes, if you really look at it, it takes time and effort for us to judge ourselves, right? We put something on the table and then we judge ourselves. So if it is in that moment, rather than stepping into the judgment of what will others think, or how we look at ourselves and who am I to do this kind of thing, we can just suspend that in the moment. All right. And then step into the thing. What is it that you really want instead? How about you play with that energy instead? So here, this is me hitting the ground running with you guys, and I really want you to feel into this. And Zhanna, for you as well, if it is that you're supposed to use this tool of when you're about to take action with something, rather than considering all the possibilities and the pros and cons, how about focusing on that bigger picture that you're looking for, and then recognize your intention behind it, because the intention helps to keep that bigger dream in flow. And Astrid, maybe you would want to talk a little bit about intentions and how that works.
Yes, I can do that. And actually, before I do that, I had like a small visual that came from me that may help you use that tool. How does that feel for you, Zhanna? And I would love to play with an example for you, with an actual like judgment that comes for you. Like, can you give that to me? Like any sort of example where you felt recently like you get judgment for yourself, like you can't do this or whatever.
It's not my judgment. Like the example that I want to give you was about procrastinating. Like I'm doing, like in my world, I am doing so much that it's just impossible to return, let's say, all the calls at the time that I promised to return them. And so I became better at that, forgiving myself and giving myself permission not to feel okay when it's not done on time. I still do it, but there is a delay in time. But still, is it a good enough example? Because there was a lot of judgment before.
Yeah.
Still is a little bit. Like, why said I was going to return that call yesterday and I didn't.
Yes, and I can actually totally relate to that. And that heaviness feeling is something that is weighing you down and not really serving you, right? So, okay, so if we take that example, let's say you have like a million calls you have piled and it makes you feel heavy, right? So with Kavita's example, let's take that into a visual example. So Kavita was talking about suspending it and intentionally like taking a moment and suspending that. So what if you imagine that for yourself, that it's like in a magical bubble? You just take that judgment, you noticed it, right? That's the first step. You're like, oh, feeling heavy. I'm judging myself for like not having returned those calls. This is not serving me right now. Let's imagine I'm putting that into a bubble and just suspending it for now. And you can just like imagine that hovering in front of you, and then you kind of just gently put that to the side for a moment, and you look at your big picture and your intention. Like, how does that already shift something for you and feel good to play with as an idea?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if you add the color to that bubble.
Yes.
And so if you add your favorite color to the bubble, yes.
Yes.
Like for me,
cool.
it would be pink.
Cool.
But yeah. So
I love that. Awesome. So now this is a really cool tool, right? And you can remember that for yourself, pink bubble suspension. And then like you see your big vision and focus on that now, right? So Kavita gave me the ball to talk about intention. So I know this is like a big topic for so many of us, and many of us watching, of you watching, will already have played with that. But I want to share a very small story of what intention has done for me, like one of the many stories I have on that. It can be as simple as like choosing one word for the year. Like the first time I did that, it was the word focus in 2016, and the world can literally shift. So intention with emotion and like gives you focus and also brings in universe magic. It's one of those tools that like really draws that to you if you focus. So if you use that in context with suspending judgment and bubble aside, you literally feel that pull towards your goal, right? And you just zoom in on that intention, and that will draw it to you. It will open you up to magic. So does that do you have questions come up for you, or like anything, Zhanna? How does that resonate?
I just wanted to let you know I love to create this one word or two word, like a phrase for the year. I love that. And you just reminded me that the theme for me for this year, guess what it is? It's magical manifestations. I have the vision board that my kids every year, I tell them what to do. I tell them to create. And they say, usually what I hear Kavita speaking about being authentic and your daughter, they usually say, don't tell us, we know what we want. And because it's the vision board for the whole family. And it really works magic. So thank you for the reminder to just stay focused on that. And that's kind of, I think, Astrid, question. The intention that you mentioned, and also what I said at the beginning, like being in the present moment, is it related in your opinion? Like, does it stay? Does it
Yes.
happen? Oh.
Yes. So I'm going to give a quick example. Then I see Kavita already bursting. She's lighting up. So I actually can give an example how I use intention to be in the present moment. And I'll share it with something super creative that I just did to set my intentions for the year. So I chose 3 words, and for me they were they were impact, expansion, and fun. And I created 3 creative elements that I used in a ritual. This is the one for this is the one
Wow.
for impact,
Uh-huh.
symbolizing clients and expanding in magic and just magically drawing them to me. And this one is for expansion, and these are 3. And this one is for fun. And these are the 3 sticks that I have used before in many ways. So I use them for decoration, so they stay in my present moment as a reminder of what my 3 words are. I've used them before in a walking meditation, in a mini visualization for myself, kind of to just like tune into and feeling that already happening. So that brings you to the intention that it's happening and trusting, right? Like we can create that for ourselves by focusing on that already happening. So that's kind of like a quantum bubble of manifesting that we can create for ourselves or start like that. And I did that last year with my last year words over like, it was part of my morning ritual for a long time, and I visualized all the things happening for me the year, including using my sticks from last year. And it literally helped them magically come to me, and all the things I had on the list like literally came true for me. And yeah, so I'm super buzzed. Like this can bring you to the present moment. Yes, to answer that question.
Yeah, because thank you so much. I love it. I love the idea of having you big on having fun and
Yeah.
creating something with your hands, which like I can write a song. So for me,
Yes.
it's a different creative outlet, but whatever that is. But the idea of keeping that in your presence, it's awesome. And then it's also related to letting the judgment go. So
Yes.
I think it's all interrelated. All
Yes,
of this magic.
absolutely, absolutely is. And like if you just like, for example, if you do a walking meditation and you just repeat those words for you, that will also like help you just, you know, the judgment just kind of goes away, because that's your moment focus. You just repeat those words and you just celebrate them as if they're already happening. And feel free to use your body, you know, like all that stuff like helps you integrate it on a cellular level. And when you do that regularly, even just 5 minutes each day, that's actually something that Esther Hicks and them are doing as well. They intention setting magic. So because we have limited time, I wanted to give the ball to Kavita, and we were thinking about doing a visualization that everybody can benefit from. Like, does that sound good for you, Zhanna?
Absolutely. And I think I just want to remind our listeners and the viewers to see if it resonates. If you have limiting beliefs like I did, I think I don't have them anymore after this coaching. Because it's no, seriously, because it's shift. You know, one of the common beliefs is that it takes a long time to shift something, and I want to get your perspective on that, because I feel the shift in the body already, because everything is happening in the body. And just your reminders, Astrid, of this walking, you know, just creative objects that you can do with your children. You can not necessarily yourself. You can involve everybody you love in that. That's a great idea. I love it.
Yes, that's huge. You can actually involve children in your ritual. Kavita, I want to give you the the opportunity for you to say something, because you have so much magic to share. Go ahead.
Thank you guys so much. And thank you also, everybody's watching this, to enjoy my little one as she flows in and out of the conversation. That's being authentic and real. And as we get into the visualization, there's just one thing that I wanted to touch on. So you were using the practical example of procrastination, Zhanna, about, you know, all these calls to do. And while we showed you the big picture, some people might be thinking, well, you still didn't say what to do. What is the thing that we do, you know, to get the calls done? And this is where the intention comes in as your first step. So if it is, imagine this, if it is that you set the intention that the calls and the people that you're attracting to communicate with, that they completely get you and they understand your flow, then what actually happens with a pure intention is that rather than you having to make the calls, they actually respond to you and they let you know about the timing and all of that stuff. They help you sort out your schedule. And you don't necessarily have to be the one to say, okay, let me fit this person into this slot and fit that person into this slot. And let me be the one to make sure that, you know, I cover all the feedback and get all the things in place. They're the ones actually co-creating the experience with you and having that stuff done. So you're like thinking, oh, maybe I should get back to this person, and boom, they send you a message. And they're like, oh, I think you would love this kind of feedback. And they give you that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
That is like a practical result of the intention of the magic that you put in your intentions and everything else with that big energy. So you're actually playing with people who you know, are ready to co-create with you on a higher level.
Beautiful reminder. That's what's happening. Yes. And I hope it rings the bell for everybody who is on the call or listening on the replay. It's amazing what Kavita just said. Amazing. Yes. So you just watch what happens when we set the intention. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Awesome.
All right. So let's get into the visualization. You can just make yourself comfortable wherever you are.
What are we could you please tell us, like, tell me what we are, the purpose of this visualization? Is it for the year? Is it for the, like, what do we, or just guided visualization and letting go of everything else? Just what's the purpose of this visualization?
So this visualization, what's coming up for me is for you to recognize what is on the front of your mind, and we're going to put that in the bubble. It's a thing that you want to experience this year, right?
Got it.
So we're doing that, and then we're going to allow ourselves to experience that in our bodies.
Can we invite? Can we invite everybody who is watching to do the same? for this.
That's actually a really cool idea, because as we intentionally imagine all of us, like even with staggered time watching whatever, we're all watching this together. We're amplifying the energy of the magic of this. Is like part of like quantum, because time is irrelevant and all that. So just set the intention that you're getting what just what you need with this visualization, and that you're also helping everybody who's watching this, whenever they watch it, to also receive this magic, and we're all amplifying it together.
Yes, to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Awesome. All right. So close your eyes and just breathe. Let that breath out and relax. I'm going to just hold the mic closer to me because my voice tends to drop. And breathe again. Let it out. Relaxing, feeling free, surrendering. In this moment, there's nothing else that needs your attention. You're being here, present now. And you're recognizing your ability to choose. You have the power of choice in any given moment. And so whatever comes your way and flows in and out of your life doesn't need to trigger you or to cause you to exercise judgment. That is now an old story that you're letting go of. And instead, you're creating this beautiful bubble in front of you, and you're putting one of your biggest intention for this year. What is the experience that you'd like to have? What is your magical word or phrase? What is the thing that you would love to really experience by the end of 2018? You know that this has really made your world maybe shifted 360 degrees, and you're so much better because of it. So take a moment and call that in if you haven't already, or if you already know it, just imagine the words or the feeling, the experience, and imagine the fireworks around it. It's there for you. It has your name on it. It's calling you forward. And as you're in this space, you're not only here alone, but you're with all of us. We're all celebrating and co-creating together. It's not just us who are looking at this video or catching the replay, but it's the collective energy of all the souls who are connected with us and our bigger vision. All the souls on this planet who is connected to your vision that you're holding on to right now. The impact, the transformation, everything that you want to experience. And so collectively we rise that energy and imagine it going up into the atmosphere, passing this cosmic galaxy. And we're reaching out to our divine team, our angels, our guides, all the souls that are there to support us, that divine source energy. And we go into the space of oneness. At the end of the day, it's not the things that we do so much than the energy behind it. So we're going to the source of the intention, the purity. And what is it that we're really here to give and to receive? That's our human way of playing, giving and receiving, right? That's a beautiful flow of energy. And so imagine this energy as a circle. It's circling the cosmic galaxy, the world, this planet. And everything that we play with, we give out, it comes back to us. Everything that we receive, we're able to recreate and use it and send it out back to the world. There is no limitation, there is no blockage. And it all works out beautifully. Astrid, I'm feeling your magic, so go ahead and light it up.
Oh, actually, I was totally immersed right now. So this time I didn't have any additional things. I'm just seeing the galaxy and the energy flowing through me and like really feeling those sparks and that free flow. I love that intention. You just keep going, Kavita. It's great.
Yes, I love the visualizations that Astrid gets when we do this as well. She sees so much beauty and magic in her visualizations. Yes, and so as this goes into a circular energy, recognize that everything for us comes from within. We are children of the Creator, and therefore we also have that creative power. And so this creation that we're having here is just playing with that energy, and we're doing it for our highest and greatest good, and the highest and greatest good for all concerned. There is nothing to fear. We're letting go of all fear. Zhanna, you'd mentioned that as well. So this collective energy, we're letting go of all the old stories and all the beliefs and all the fears that tend to limit us, and just going all playing big. That's what's coming up in my mind. Just going big.
I'm also getting that the energy is unlimited, that we are shining our light from the heart, but that that universe energy is always abundant and flowing through us. So we're not depleting anything. We're just shining our light, and we're just channeling the amazing universe wisdom by intuition, and it just flows magically through us into the world in a co-creation magic sparkle bubble. However that shows up for you.
Yes, and I'm feeling also the groundedness of that, because we are also facilitators. Yes, so we can play any roles in that space. My little one is like, let's make it right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ground it.
Yeah, so you just saw this galaxy, and we're all united and still looking at this big galaxy of energy just flowing through us, and abundance coming to us and coming from us. And just one last moment of just really feeling that and feeling the expansion of this, and how amazing the end of the year is already in the works, already happening as we set this intention. So just imagine this all kind of shrinking into a mini universe, into a bubble in front of your eyes. And it's like right in front of you, and it's all already there. So just imagine that you're taking this bubble now and place it on your heart with two hands on your heart, and just breathe it in. And know that you gently and easily integrated all of this already into your quantum reality together with universe. It's already in the works. And just breathe into that. And Kavita, if you're back, take it from here. And otherwise, I feel we're coming to a close.
Yeah. And so I'll ground it with what my little one said just now. She's like, we can make the cookie. So what create, just go ahead and create it, right? We can make anything that we want.
Yes.
I love
Yes,
it.
yes.
This is
Oh,
awesome.
I love that
Zhanna,
too.
how are you feeling, Zhanna? Go ahead.
Amazing, 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 amazing. Yes, yes, yes. You create the magic indeed, and I hope everybody was feeling it, and I was feeling it, and I love the idea of having bubbles. I love my magical manifestations were all surrounded by fireworks, and and it's just the complete celebration, and it's magical. There was an idea that that popped into my mind, but I forgot what it was. It was something about expansion, something about the no boundaries, like no and
Yeah.
just the vast universe, which is a beautiful, beautiful space to be. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so keep that with you just as inspiration and walk away inspiration. So either you can replay this or just imagine that visual again for yourself. And it can be really a fast thing in the morning, you know, just take 3 deep breaths and like visualize that bubble for yourself again with this end of 2018 and your words already happening, and just breathe into that and really feel it in your body. And that brings you in the present moment, amplifies your intention, and brings you the best connection to your intuition and the best easy wisdom for the day. So that's super powerful. That helped me shift mountains.
That couldn't be the most like the perfect ending. We're coming to an end because in the Women with Big Dreams group, it's Thursday today, and Thursdays is usually dedicated to the art of connecting. And so we connected in the bubble, in the universe, and everybody who is watching and listening. Oh my goodness, there was so much value in that. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for the space.
Well, thank you. So how can we find you? Again, if you could share your information, ladies, one more time.
Yeah.
So
thank you. So we're most active both on Facebook. Like if you message us on Facebook or tag us, that's a good way to connect with us. But if you want to learn more, my website is astridmueller.com. That's ASTRIDMUELLER.com. There's a contact section. And Kavita?
Yes, so mine, you can find me at facebook.com earthangelwishes, or you can also use the website earthangelwishes.com to find me. And any one of us, we'll always connect each other. It'll always be a beautiful circle. So reach out to anyone.
Absolutely. And you can also comment or ask questions underneath this video. This video is also going to be on my YouTube channel. You can comment or ask Astrid or Kavita or myself over there. So yeah, there's plenty of time. Well, thank God to social media, right? Plenty of time to read. And it's also a way to connect so easily as opposed to in the earlier days. So we are so grateful. I'm so grateful for the world that we live in. So thank you. You guys are watching to Dream Big with Zhanna, inspiring you to reignite, refire, and refuel your life. And what it was a blessing to have Astrid Mueller and Kavita Signh, the founders of the School of Magic, on the show with this surprise coaching session. And I got to benefit from that. And I hope a lot of you too. We'll see them soon. Okay.
Thank you. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.